What's going on, YouTube? We're here with another Smite build. I am your host, Shui. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. As you can tell on screen, we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, Ram, 7th avatar of Vishnu. Now, this is actually probably my #1 favorite hunter out of all, and he is my dude, and we go way back. But pretty much he is a very aggressive hunter. He plays super aggro. You can play passively, but he is best when you just make him hit hard, hit fast, and hit successfully. Now, one thing I will give kind of a warning or a discretion about at the beginning of this video is he is a very high skill god. His ultimate takes a lot of skill to finish gods with due to the fact that it is a small AoE and due to the fact that you have to time it just right. Now, all his other things are not super skilled. They're used at its best if you are very skillful in the ways of using him. But other than that, they're pretty easy to use and pretty easy to get used to. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right into his ability build, guys. We'll go over exactly what he has. He has the passive of Astral Quiver. Rama's Astral Quiver generates an astral arrow every 15 seconds. Also, every basic attack that Ram lands will reduce the amount of time to generate an arrow by 2 seconds. Astral arrows are used with his other abilities. So pretty much landing basic attack fills up your quiver. You can have 5 arrows in your quiver at a time, and these astral arrows are used for astral strike and rolling assault. So they're really good, and you want to make sure you have your quiver pretty much always full. Now, astral strike, Ram switches to a more powerful arrow that pierces and slows enemies. This ability consumes 1 of Ram's astral arrows and deals bonus damage with every shot. Damage from this ability is reduced to 75% for each enemy hit after the first. Ram cannot toggle this ability if he has no astral arrows. The slow can be stacked up to 3 times. Has a 10% slow for 1 second and does 50 bonus damage. Now, this is actually really powerful for both wave clear and also trying to close the gap, because rolling assault is very good for either to close the gap or to run away, so depending on what you want to do there. But Astral Strike is really effective in lane due to the fact that you can clear waves in about 3 arrows and have 2 left in your quiver to then unleash just massive damage on whoever finds them in the unlucky spot of in your crosshairs. Now we're going to go to Pick Me Up. Passive, anytime an enemy is hit by an astral arrow, there is a percentage chance that an astral arrow pickup will appear on the ground. Only procs on the first enemy hit by astral strike. The pickup adds 1 arrow to Rama's astral arrow count. Active, Ram gains increased attack speed. So pretty much this is the same basic that other hunters have, like Artemis, Apollo, all the stuff like that. It increases your attack speed, but it comes with its own passive that when you hit them with maybe astral strike or rolling assault, when they're hit with an astral arrow, it has a chance to fall on the ground, and then you can run over it and pick it up and add it back to your quiver. It's really useful for long extended fights where you need as many astral arrows as you can possibly find. So I definitely recommend keeping that in mind when you're going to pop your things that go into combat. Rolling Assault, Ram performs a roll in the direction he is currently traveling. After performing a dodge roll for 5 seconds, Ram's next basic attack will consume an astral arrow that cripples the target and deals bonus damage. Ram incurs no movement penalty during this shot. And cripple duration is 2 seconds, and bonus damage can be up to 100. This is really powerful for an initiator or a dodge out to cripple when you're really weak. And it's very powerful if you use it in the right situations. Now, what I like to do is, let's say I have a Ymir chasing me down duo lane. I like to actually look at him, fire some arrows, and then back roll and hit him with a cripple arrow so he cannot frost breath me and I can just get away and do what I need to do. Really helpful, and it hits hard if you're trying to close a gap as well. And his ultimate, which is the legendary ultimate, Astral Barrage. Rama launches into the air and shoots 3 powerful arrows at the ground, each successful shot increasing the damage 50%, 75%, 100%, and decreasing in AoE size from 30, 20 to 15. It has 15 radius, and it can hit 600 plus 60% of your physical power. It is a super strong super, guys. Like, it is insanely powerful. It is one of the best finishers in the game over Thanatos, over Thor, over all these gods. Ram has probably one of the best finishers in the game, mainly due to the fact that it can get you away from battle to stall out till your team gets there. It can finish a god from crazy far away. It doesn't actually put you where the finish was. It leaves you where you jump up, so you can jump up from a jungle camp and they will have no idea where you're going to land. And it's just really powerful, and I love this ability. Now let's go ahead and go to the ability build. I like to do Astral Strike. Then I like to do Pick Me Up, Rolling Assault, Astral Strike, Astral Barrage, Astral Strike, Astral Strike. Pick me up, I believe. Yeah. Astral Barrage, Astral Strike, pick me up, barrage, pick me up, roll, roll, barrage, roll, roll, barrage. Boom, just like that, done, over with. Now we're into the big cheese that we need to figure out, because he is a very hard god to get a read on what his build needs to be. It took me a long time to pretty much perfect this build, and this build is very, very powerful for duo lane. I'm not exactly sure how well this will run in solo, but in duo this thing is a monster. So we're going to go ahead and hop into his starter. Is going to be Death's Toll, kind of a normal feed on this channel, and we're also going to be grabbing Meditation, because you guys already know I love me some Meditation. And then we're also going to be grabbing the starter boots as well. Pretty much basic that I always do for my starter. But then the next part is going to get a little weird, and the order is what's weird, not the items. So we're actually going to start with not finishing our boots, but we're actually going to start with Transcendence. There it is. Transcendence, it gives you 35 physical power, 300 mana, 6 MP5. You permanently gain 15 mana per stack and receive 5 stacks for a god kill and 1 stack for a minion kill. Max 50 stacks. Additionally, 3% of your mana is converted into physical power. So pretty much it just converts your mana into power and gives you more mana for your stacks, and it's actually very, very effective, and I love this item. It has been just absolutely devastating in duo. Now we're going to go over to movement. We're actually going to be grabbing Warrior Tabby, and just gives us more physical power and movement speed, because we're pretty much going to try to hit like a truck as soon as possible. And the next item is actually going to be Blood Forge. 40 physical power, 15% physical lifesteal. Each successful basic attack hit on an enemy grants you plus 5 physical power and plus 3% physical lifesteal for 4 seconds, and it caps out at 3 stacks. It's going to be 15 physical power and 9% physical lifesteal for 4 seconds. Pretty solid. Very, very helpful. I like it a lot more than Dev Gloves on Ram, because I don't feel like having stacks everywhere. So I like only having 1 stack item if possible. Next is actually going to be... Oh, excuse me. The next one's actually going to be Rage. And you guys already know what Rage does, but I'll read it out to you anyway. 30 physical power, 30% critical strike chance, and pretty much the passive is whenever you land a hit, if it's not a crit, your next one's probably going to be a crit. Pretty much all it is. And the next one's actually going to be Hasten Fatalis, which is 30% attack speed, 10% movement speed. When a basic attack hits a target, the attacking movement speed debuff is removed from you for 1 second. Pretty much every time you land a hit, then when you go to chase or when you're going to move, if you've noticed, when you go to fire an arrow, you slow down a lot. But when you land a successful basic attack, that doesn't happen. You keep moving at your normal pace of if you weren't even shooting an arrow, and it's really, really effective. And due to the fact that it gives you 30% attack speed and 10% movement speed, you'll be firing really, really fast and moving even faster as well to catch up and close the gap. Definitely really helpful. I like it a lot. It has shown a lot of result. And we're going to go ahead and close it out with Deathbringer. Which is 50 physical power, 20% critical strike chance, and critical strike damage is increased by 50%. Pretty much just makes it to where you're going to hit like a truck no matter what. And it's a beautiful thing, and I love it. There are actually no alternatives. I find this to be like the freaking multi-tool of a build for Ram. No matter what the situation, I mean, you can alter and tweak a little bit. Maybe you want to trade out Dev Gloves for Blood Forge, if you like having that many stacks, but I'm not that kind of person. But for this is my multi-tool for a build for him. No matter what I go against, it usually always works. We're going to go ahead and throw all those on, and then actually go ahead and look at the stat relay. It's going to be 301 for basic attack, 231 for physical power, 1.56 attack speed, 15 physical lifesteal, 0 pen, 50 critical chance. You have 68 physical protection, 48 magical protection, 1980 health with 21 HP 5, 465 movement, 0 cooldown reduction, 1185 mana with 16 MP 5. Now, I've gotten a couple questions of people saying, what's HP 5 and what's MP 5? HP 5 and MP 5 are pretty much the amount of health and the amount of mana that you gain back per second. Pretty simple, self-explanatory, but if you guys didn't know the terms or anything like that, I'm here to help you guys. Also, another thing I've been getting a lot of questions about is Death's Toll. When you finish building Hasten Fatalis, and then your build will be full due to Death's Toll, you actually want to go down and sell Death's Toll and then proceed to buy Deathbringer. That is pretty much how it works. If you're new to Smite, that's pretty much how everything works. You want to keep your starter item till the end, because there's no point in selling it and not having that ability to help you out. So you might as well just keep it until you're absolutely ready to buy Deathbringer, or until you're ready to probably buy the stage 2 of that, depending on what you need. Or if you can just buy the stage 1 to sell out and buy the stage 1 if you need that actual attribute that it will give you over what you already have. But pretty much that's how that works, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure you smash that like button for me. It really does let me know that you guys do enjoy these, and these are very helpful. And make sure you guys comment down below if you have any questions about the build, if you have any other gods that you would like to see me build, or anything like that. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you guys can join the Shu crew. We're a family here. We love each other. We help each other figure stuff out, and it's a good time. Make sure you guys go down in the description as well and hit me up on Twitter. I will tweet out every single time I post a video on YouTube, and I will tweet out any time that I'm maybe looking to pick up somebody for a game or maybe to do anything like that. But make sure you guys go ahead down there and follow me on Twitter. But that's pretty much it from me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you later. Peace.